Hi, welcome back to WSO2 Integrator series MI. In this video, we will see conceptual idea about WSO2 mediators. Let's get started. Here is the quick agenda. What are mediators? Then we'll try to understand mediators with the help of smart factory analogy. Then we'll see how mediators work, followed by their classification, and finally we'll see some of the popular mediators in WSO2. So what are mediators? Mediators can be explained in three simple points. Mediators are individual processing units in WSO2 Micro Integrator. Next, they operate on messages flowing through APIs or proxy services. Next, each mediator performs a specific action in the integration flow. So that means mediators work together in a defined or a predefined sequence to process, transform and route the messages from the source to the destination. Now, let's see how a smart factory analogy can help us to understand mediators. Imagine you are running a smart factory where a package comes in, gets processed step by step and finally goes out perfectly prepared. Now think of that package as a message and that factory as WSO2 Micro Integrator. In this factory, you don't have one big machine doing everything. Instead, you have multiple small sized specialized machines. Each machine does the job, but it does really well. And that's exactly what mediators are. So when a message enters a system, it may be through a REST API or a proxy service, and then it starts its journey and it moves forward. It passes through these mediators one by one. One mediator might transform the data, another might call a backend service, another might log some useful information, and each mediator focus primarily on a single responsibility. So instead of a complex, hard to manage system, you get a clean modular flow. Think it as a assembly line, step by step, where output of one stage becomes the input to the next. And by the time the message reaches to the end, it's fully processed and ready to be delivered. And that's the power of mediators in WSO2 MI. Simple units working together to build powerful integrations. Now let's see how mediator works typically in WSO2 Micro Integrator runtime. Typically, a mediator receives a message from either a REST API or a proxy service and it executes some predefined logic as transformation, enrichment, filtering through a series of mediators or series of different mediators in a particular order. And finally, when the execution completes, the output of a modified message or the final message is sent to the next step in the flow. The final message could be sent to a backend service, database, or some external system. Key takeaway is mediators apply specific logic to the messages and they ensures the seamless integration between systems. Now let's see the classification of mediators. Mediators are classified into three categories: content aware, content unaware, and conditionally content aware. So whenever we have a requirement to access the message content while the message mediation is happening, at that time, or the mediators used on that particular scenarios are called as content aware mediators. Content unaware mediators are those mediators who never access the message content when mediating the messages. Examples are respond, drop, and send mediator. Conditionally content aware mediators, they could either be content aware or unaware, but it depends upon their usage in the configuration or depending upon the use case how we are going to use the same. Examples could be call mediator, variable, and property mediator. Now let's see some of the popular mediators in WSO2. So there are different mediators for different purposes or specific tasks. So we have some favorites, a mediator list. These are favorites. Why? Because they are used most of the times in our integration development. These are variable, log, payload, factory, or a payload and a data mapper. Some general purpose mediators for error handling, setting properties, message store, etc. Then we have database interaction related mediators. And finally, we have some flow control related mediators. So these are some of the mediators. Next, we have certain requirements. For example, we have some requirements to be fulfilled with WSO2 mediators, but there is no out of the box support. So we can extend the capability with the help of script and class mediators. Next, we have message transformation related requirements. So this is one of the key thing in any of the integration technology. WSO2 has powerful message transformation mediators as shown here, like enrich, header, XSLT, JSON transform, and fault mediator. And when playing around making HTTP calls, set of mediators to support different HTTP methods are there to accelerate the development. And then we have certain mediators in other category that caters specific requirements to be fulfilled. For example, grouping the properties, we use property group mediator. Making OAuth related stuff, we have OAuth. And then we have a callout, EJB, iterate, and aggregate mediator. And that's not the end. Please refer to WSO2 official documentation to know more about the mediators and how their support are there. So that's all for this video, and stay tuned for my upcoming videos on WSO2 bytes. Thank you very much.